Breaking news as we come on air this morning. Right now, police are flooding Litchfield High School and Middle School about 40 minutes south of Springfield. Let's head straight to News Channel 20's Amanda Henderson. She's live on scene this morning. Amanda, tell us what we know right now.
Rachel, that's right. There are police, local, state police, as well as officers from the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office just surrounding Litchfield High School and Middle School. This is a joint building. The middle school is to our left and the high school is to our right. You can see a lot of state troopers coming out right now. We have been told that a press release will be coming shortly in regards to exactly what happened. As of now, here's what we know. I talked with a student from the middle school a little bit earlier, right before we came on air. Her name's Brooke. She said they were inside the gymnasium practicing for their 8th grade graduation when Undersheriff from Montgomery County, Rick Robbins, came in and said everything is going to be all right. Everyone just needs to stay calm, but they did not tell them exactly what is going on. So at this time, that is really all we know. Again, we are supposed to get a press release coming here very shortly, and we will continue to keep you updated with whatever information is inside of that press release. For now, live in Litchfield, Amanda Henderson, News Channel 20.
Thank you, Amanda. Again, this is a developing story. We're trying to get the latest information for you, so stay with us both online and on social media. We're also following developing news in Petersburg today. We're learning about complications fire crews faced putting out 2 camper fires. Take a look at this video of the scene. The fire broke out around 5:45 this morning at NSPOA campgrounds. It's about 35 minutes north of Springfield. One camper a total loss, the other with significant damage. Crews say before they could focus their attention on the camper fires, though, they had to extinguish a propane tank.
It made it much more difficult for the firefighters to extinguish the fire because they had spent a lot of time trying to extinguish that propane tank.
Officials say fire hydrants were far away from the area, making it difficult for crews. Right now, there's no official cause, though an investigation is underway. More developing stories. Parents, you're going to want to listen up. The Champaign County Sheriff's Office says a teenage girl was accosted by a man in a vehicle. This happened yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon. The girl was jogging near Dobbin Road and Roland Street. She says a man tried to get her to come to his car, but she didn't. Authorities say now's the time to talk to your kids about stranger dangers. Meanwhile, the man accused of spray painting swastikas on cemetery headstones now faces more than 20 charges. This happened over Memorial Day weekend in Sunset Hills Memorial Estates in Glen Carbon. 34-year-old Timothy McLean is charged with 8 counts, including hate crimes, institutional vandalism, and criminal property damage. He also faces an additional 14 charges in a separate incident in Edwardsville, where he's accused of damaging homes and vehicles in a subdivision. McLean is being held on a combined $200,000 bond for both incidents. Springfield police are still searching for a person behind a deadly shooting. Authorities say 26-year-old Sherman Neal was killed yesterday. This happened on East Laurel Street, and neighbors say they're tired of having shots fired so close to home. Springfield police say they had several other unrelated calls for shots fired over the weekend as well. Plus, the owner of an Illinois pet store is facing animal abuse charges. More than 40 dead animals were found at Macomb Petland. That's in western Illinois. Police say the building appeared to be closed down and there was a strong odor from the building. The store owner, this woman on your screen, Jessica Spangler, was arrested for aggravated cruelty to animals, and she's currently out on bond.
Spangler was interviewed by investigators and stated that she had coordinated to have another individual care for the animals and was not aware they were not being cared for.
Spangler's penalty could range from probation to potential jail time. Meanwhile, a diver with the Chicago Fire Department now dead. He was killed while searching for a missing boater. The dive team was called in Monday night after a boater fell overboard in the Chicago River. Juan Buccio was one of those drivers. The 46-year-old was a 15-year veteran of the Chicago Fire Department. The missing boater still has not been found. New developments now that the governor of Missouri is resigning. The lieutenant governor is expected to take his place. Governor Eric Greitens' resignation will go into effect on Friday evening, and this comes after months of fighting a sex scandal accusation that has since expanded into campaign finance questions. Lieutenant Governor Michael Pierson says it's still all a shock.
Well, I don't know that it really, right now, we're still trying to kind of just grasp everything like everybody else is, and we'll just kind of have to figure out that right now. Governor Greitens is still the governor of the state of Missouri, and I'm the lieutenant governor. We're going to function that way until Friday.
And as of right now, Greitens is still denying any wrongdoing. Right now, we're taking a live look over the capital city through our tower cam. It is cloudy skies. We've had some scattered showers as well, though the remnants of Alberto are staying off to Indiana, at least for now.
Yeah.
Joe Crane with our forecast. Hey, Joe.
Hey, good morning, Rachel. Of course, earlier this morning during the overnight hours, locations, especially along and west of I-55, including Springfield, up toward Lincoln, over toward Petersburg, getting soaked with the remnants of Alberto. Now the center of what was a subtropical storm, as you can clearly see, the well-defined counterclockwise circulation centered right just to the east of Terre Haute, Indiana, spreading rain showers across the very southeastern portions of our viewing area, just to the east of Charleston over toward Pierson, for the locations down along I-70 heading over toward Terre Haute. Meanwhile, temperatures are warm and muggy in the upper 70s to low 80s. We'll be in the mid to upper 80s this afternoon. Still some lingering showers or storms possible, especially across the eastern third of mid-Illinois. We'll talk more about that as temperatures continue to stay hot toward the weekend, which does include some shower chances. Let you know if they could damper your outdoor plans, all coming up in your 7-day outlook about 10 to 15 minutes away. Rachel?
Well, now on to a follow-up. Flooding cleanup efforts are underway in Ellicott City, Maryland this morning. Authorities now confirming the flood's first fatality. A 39-year-old National Guardsman was swept away in the river while trying to rescue a woman and her cat. There were 2 deaths in the city's flood in 2016. And in your national headlines, President Donald Trump is making it clear that there's some trouble in the White House. Trump tweeted that Representative Trey Gowdy said, quote, "I think what the president is doing is expressing frustration that Attorney General Sessions should have shared these reasons for recusal before he took the job, not afterward." And Roseanne Barr is blaming her tweets on Ambien. That's a sleeping aid. Barr tweeted that a former Barack Obama advisor looked like an ape, and now the season of Roseanne is canceled. Roseanne's talent agency ICM partners also dropping her as a client. And the staff members are staying tight-lipped about details for the summit between North Korea and the United States. They told reporters they're too busy to give details. The summit was originally canceled, but President Trump said it could be rescheduled. Don't go anywhere, because coming up next, we are live in the kitchen with the St. Louis Dairy Council to learn how to make a dairy-packed snack filled with antioxidants just in time for summer.